Hello and welcome to another update video about the Bitcoin chart. In this video, I'm going to show you two scenarios for Bitcoin, how they can unfold with the latest changes as Bitcoin pushed again against the green target area. So let's take a look. There are two different scenarios. We first start with the main scenario, which is here on the chart. That is my primary expectation. In this scenario, we've got from the high at 25.2k, a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, the 3 down in which we currently are, then a 4 up and a 5 down. We are now in the third wave as per this wave count. And here in the subwaves, this is now where the decision is going to be made, how we're going to see the price move probably in the next few days and weeks. Bitcoin has reached again a pivot point here at around 20,260. So we still can say that we are in the third wave and that we had the wave A already complete. A bit ugly. Let's just do that again. That we had the wave A again done, that the wave B was done, and that we are now heading down in C. This is technically still possible. Why? Because we can still see this, that the wave C will be a 5-wave move, yeah. So we can still see this as a wave 1, this here as a wave 2, and then we're coming down 3, 4, 5. Problem that we have is that this wave 2 is really getting pushed to its extremes. I mean, in the previous video, I still had here another 1-2 setup in here, which got invalidated because this high pushed above the previous one, but it does not take out the overall scenario. It doesn't invalidate the overall scenario. You still have here a possible wave 1 down and then a 3-wave move, A, B, C in a wave 2 to the upside. That is still very much possible. It's pushing it to the limits, but it's still possible. If I draw the fibs for that, the retracements of that wave 1, you can see that we've basically pushed all the way up to the 88.7% fib level. Now, this is at the moment for me still though the preferred count, that we come down from here. Now I'm not telling you or promising you this is going to play out, but it is again one possible short trade setup, a 1-2 setup. But it is not high confidence, I can tell you that as well. It's my preferred count, but trading Bitcoin at the moment, you must be brave, yeah, because the Bitcoin count, first of all, the chart is a mess. We are in a range. Sometimes it's just better not to take any trade. You need to understand that as well. Many people do, because you don't always need to be in a trade. Yeah, and there, to be honest, there are much better charts out there than Bitcoin at the moment. Bitcoin chart is unreliable. Yeah, as long as we don't really have a breakout, we don't know. Even here now, yeah. I mean, we have really reached a top resistance level now, and if we push down here, I will really want to see a push below the $18,870 level, that swing low. We need to break below that to confirm our move to the downside here. So this is my preferred count, basically the higher level assumption, and then coming down here. What happens if we break above last week's high at 20,400? Now, all I would do at the moment is I would move the wave B across, because I don't think that anything bullish will come out of it. Now, I'm not ruling it out. Yeah, as I mentioned many times before, with Bitcoin at the moment, we need to have an open mind. We also need to allow for a bullish possibility. There is an alternative count where the low for Bitcoin is already in. However, I do not believe in it until we break above 22.1k, because this is where, for me, the chart is flipping bullish. Now, again, if we push above that level, then I'm going to see here the wave B as very likely. Yeah, because if this is if this is a wave B, I wouldn't be surprised. I said it many times when I put the wave B here. I did tell you in the video back then that I can't rule out that there won't be another higher wave B. Yeah, that this is actually an extended correction, because a wave B is super unpredictable. So that would be my first call when we go higher here. And yes, there is a bullish pattern, and I'm going to show it to you just that you've seen it. And that would be that a swing low was made here, and we're now pushing higher here in a possible breakout. 1, 2, 3 would be next, 4, 5. We would need to see that, and I would want it to go above 22.1k. Okay, so here I expect a reversal to the downside. Alternatively, if we push higher, we could stretch all the way to 22.1k in this still bearish scenario. Now we've just come to key resistance, to a key breakout point, yeah. So if we break up here, you know, there is a possibility to go very quickly to that 22.1k level, okay? But then to get ideally weaker there and then come down in a wave B and then come down in a wave C. Here, this is the second scenario for Bitcoin, where we just count the decline a little bit different. We are also in an ending diagonal, which would end the bear market, but we count it like that. 1 done, wave 2 done, wave 3 done. And here's now the decision that's to be made. At the moment, we can still say the wave 4 was done and we come down in a 5, but also here it's getting tough. So at the moment, I still count this wave 4 as a WXY already complete, and similar to the other chart, we've got a 1-2 setup here, which would come down further in a wave 5, right? Let me think. Yeah, okay. So, however, if we now push above the last week's high, 20,400 pretty much, then I will move the wave 4 across, which is also technically absolutely still possible. So yeah, because here we could push to the, in this wave 4, we could without a problem push to around about 20,500. Above that, a wave 4 will just get less likely, not necessarily impossible. So if we push higher, in this scenario, we'd look at an extended wave Y. That could actually, and we measured in the previous video, that could actually push us to 21k. Yes, having a wave 4 that goes to 21k, which would be, I think it would be the 61.8% FIB level, wouldn't it? Yeah, 61.8% FIB level. It is unlikely for a wave 4 to do that, but it wouldn't invalidate it. Yeah, it's nothing that is forbidden by the Elliott Wave rules. So these two possibilities are still there. And what's the difference between the two main scenarios? It's basically how we count the subwaves, and this particular scenario would probably not lead to anything below 17k. Okay, so if we drop below 17k, we'll be quite certain that we are in the other scenario, which can take us down to eventually around about 14 to 15k. And that's where we are at the moment with Bitcoin. It is a mess, you know that. There are much better charts, much more reliable charts. Eventually we need to see a push below 18,800, what was it, 18,870, yeah, to confirm we are coming down here in a wave 3. But this is still, you know, in both scenarios, I still expect lower prices. Of course, you know, short-term upside is always possible, but I don't see at the moment anything more bullish here than any sort of more immediate bullishness. So that means nothing sustainable, rather just very, very short term. And this for me is too risky. I'm still generally looking at lower prices. I acknowledge the low could be in, but I want to see evidence above 22.1k. And if we break above 20.4k, I think we could push all the way up to 22.1k. But only above that level, I think we're going to flip the context of the chart bullish. And that's my update about Bitcoin. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.